Welcome to behind the scenes of Africa's largest TV network, Multichoice. In this specially themed episode of Connecting Africa Through Culture, we'll be exploring the business of storytelling and taking a look at the audio and visual streaming services that are investing heavily in original African content. And I'll also be taking a look at the niche and very highly competitive sport of freestyle football and how it's gained popularity across the continent. But first, we're at Multichoice, and I'm going to find out how they're taking on the US streaming giant Netflix.
Okay, same pickup, please. Action.
Lights, camera, action. A sneak peek of the magic unfolding behind the scenes on the set of Selena, one of Kenya's most popular TV shows.
Okay, I think Selena, ina hakika wewe au mwingine.
The show's producer and director, Ruben Odanga's love for the arts began as a child and inspired him to pursue a career in TV and film.
When us guys are starting out in early 2000s, there were no role models for us, so we had to sort of like chart our own way and find our own path. So it was clear that I just wanted to do something bigger and could reach a bigger audience.
Wakujilaumu na kulaumiwa ni Selena. Yeye ndio chanzo cha hizi vituko zote zinapata Nelson.
In 2018, Selena debuted on Showmax, a popular streaming service in many African countries.
Selena being on Showmax has created a whole new watching culture, and I think there's also a big percentage of our audience that is there, because then you can watch at the comfort of your phone or at the time that you want to watch. So it's a whole new thing happening there that has boosted, I think, the audience, has created more demand for the show. And it's a good thing for the people within the country and also within the region who might not be able to access it on TV.
We are Multichoice, and our purpose is to use the power of entertainment to enrich lives.
South African broadcast giant Multichoice Group launched Showmax in 2015, and it remains one of the continent's leading streaming services.
We have invested a lot in local content across the continent, and we call it going hyper-local. Hyper-local, which means we go deeper into the communities and tell stories in their own language, in the street language that they use on a day-to-day basis. And the storytelling is based on their everyday lives. And that's why we pride ourselves as Africa's most loved storyteller.
Okay, guys, stand by. Going for a take.
Showmax provides a rare platform for local filmmakers to connect with international audiences.
One of the biggest struggles we have, especially this part of the world, and then when I say this part of the world is East and Central Africa, is distribution. Many people have content. How to get it out to the audience has always been a big challenge. And so many people just lose out because there's no that platform. A platform like Showmax, they just create more opportunities for producers to be able to give their content so that the content can reach the audiences.
Showmax is available in over 40 countries in Africa and 26 countries internationally as they strive to cater to the diaspora. Okay, so tell me about the statistics behind the investments that you've made. How have those been reflected in the number of people that are signing up for your services and your membership?
Yeah, each year we spend over 2 billion rands investing in local content productions across the whole continent. And our plan is to increase our local content composition from 38% to 45% in the next 2 years. We have been on this nice trajectory over a number of years, and we think we should be able to achieve it. We have launched local content channels in Kenya, Nigeria. We are going into Uganda. We have done so in Zambia. We are going into Ghana.
You're saying you're going hyper-local, so that means you're squarely focused on producing African content. Frankly, it's an untapped market if you look at the numbers. There's still so much room to grow.
Definitely. If you look at our numbers, we just released our results. We're sitting at over 20 million subscribers, and we think we can grow, just on the linear side, we can grow very quickly to 50 million subscribers. Those are the people that understand us as a business, and those are the people that will transition with us as we move to the online side. And that storytelling, they are used to it from how we tell our stories. And I think that is going to keep us competitive and should be able to challenge the likes of Netflix.
Queen.
I'd suggest you keep a low profile.
There are several other streaming services in Africa, including Iroko TV, which specializes in Nollywood films and TV series. But Netflix remains the leading streaming service globally, with over 190 million paid subscribers worldwide. And in 2020, they turned their attention to Africa with the launch of their first African original production, Queen Sono.
Queen Sono is a troubled young woman who's trying to piece her life together while saving people's lives. The thing I love and the thing I used as inspiration for the character was every woman around the world, every woman on the continent. But I think I would be amiss if I didn't say like specifically black women being at the bottom of the food chain in terms of the economy, in terms of gender-based violence, at least in South Africa. And for me to remind those women as a black woman that, you know, you're still a hero, you still choose to be a hero in a world that has put you at the bottom.
When I look at Queen Sono and I look at the demand that we've had from around the world, does that make you realize that the interest in content out of Africa with African talent exists on a global level?
I think the interest has always been there. It's been the narrative and who's creating the content that has been, I wouldn't say problematic, but that's been the key difference about how content from our continent has been understood, seen, or portrayed. And now the difference is that African people are creating the content, because I think Africans have always have a heritage and history of being storytellers, like just a rich oral history. And I think when we get the opportunity to tell stories our way, that's our key kind of difference. Like when you look at Bollywood, when you look at South American stories, each one has a different way of telling a story.
And more international interest in content from Africa means more competition for local broadcasters.
We think we have got something to offer different to all the international as well players. If we focus on going hyper-local, that is a key differentiator, whereas the likes of Netflix, they will come and have some level of local content, but I'm not sure if they will get to the level of localization that we do in terms of different languages across the continent. As you know, we have got many languages across the continent, and they are, from our experiences, that they try to produce content on the continent and try to make sure that it can travel across the globe.
Stand back to mark. Wardrobe.
We know with Showmax, my content will be consumed in the rest of Africa, and I don't necessarily have to travel there to a film festival, or it has to be screened at a theater or something like that. So they play a very, very important role in linking my content to the rest of the world.
From TV streaming services to audio books, Ghanaian tech entrepreneur Herman Chinnery Hesse introduces us to African Echoes.